Okay.
The new album Colosseum is out just over 2 weeks. By the time this video goes up, it'll be less than 2 weeks, which will be nice because we'll have less time to wait. What can you tell us about the title of the new album?
The title. The title is something that has to do with what the Colosseum was at the time, which was an arena, the famous arena in Rome, that was used for entertainment through violence, which was something that people seemed to enjoy very much. And my thoughts towards entitling the album were exactly the same, that people are still looking for violence, and they have a thirst for it, an urge, since they were kids, you know. So it felt to me like the humans have this instinct that they are in a terrible need of quenching it the whole time. So giving them Colosseum is giving the people what they actually want, which is like also like turning a mirror towards society to see what they really are.
Yeah, that's a very clever way of going about it. Do you think that the music, given that the music is quite aggressive and arguably the music itself is quite violent, that it goes with the theme of the Colosseum very well?
I'd say, yeah. It always was kind of extreme music. I think Colosseum is one step further than our previous works.
Yeah. Obviously, one of the ways you've promoted this album is that you've recently released a music video for W.E.B, which is a very cool video. It's very well, not vibrant, but it's very eye-catching visuals. You know, it's all sorts of things going on there. It's really, really cool video. Do you feel that represents the music perfectly?
I think that we had this concept in mind for this specific song, and for us, it totally represents what the song is about, and the lyrics and the whole thing. And it was a big project to begin with, but we are very happy with the result, and the whole image and the visuals are exactly what we wanted. So yeah, it's totally what the song is about.
Excellent. Like you say, you had that idea, that concept. How much involvement did you have in the creation of the video itself? Were any of you directing the video, or had you written out a script or anything like that for the director to follow?
We had the whole concept and the ideas and everything. We had a great team to work with to direct what we wanted, but the whole concept came from us, and it was great to have people to understand how we wanted it to be delivered and help us have the result we want.
Very good. This is obviously the second single from the album, Dominus Malficarum being the first one. Why did you decide to do a music video for W.E.B instead of Dominus Malficarum?
It was a no-brainer, actually. Since the pre-production of the album, we thought that W.E.B should be the opening track and the first single of the album. We already had plans for a video, and W.E.B seemed like the best song to describe the whole album and the kind of musical era that we are at the moment. So we didn't think about it very much, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, but on the other hand, Dominus was the first song that came out from this album, and that's the one that shows a different era of the band in the more aggressive, more heavy metal way. That was the song that we wanted people to listen as the first one, not just a video clip, but the audio, let's say, and have a better idea of the album and the band at this
And the
moment.
new elements.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds good because
recruited.
yeah, they're obviously both very different songs. They're obviously both very extreme and metal, as if W.E.B would be anything else. But you know, like you say, having these two songs kind of contrast to each other shows the breadth of this album. You know, it's going to be perhaps it sounds like anyway, it could be the most varied W.E.B album yet. Would that be a fair assessment?
Let's see.
Okay. With that being said, then how does the new album compare with the previous one, Tartarus?
First of all, on this album, there's a different group of people working on it. Meaning the band. I mean, Hell is in the band right now. Sextus also wrote music, and Tartarus he didn't write any music. So the compositions themselves came out in a different way, more cooperated. And we also had in mind very much what we wanted to do, what should be the new face, if you can let me say that, of the music of the band.
Yeah.
So I think that if you compare it with Tartarus to me is a great album, but Colosseum takes our music one step further, louder, faster, and we're pushing it. You know, we're pushing it. I think, I mean, to me, that it's that simple. I don't know.
Very good. And Hell, how was it for you to join W.E.B? How did your recruitment come to be?
I am the latest member of the band. Yes.
A few months after.
Yeah, we've been with this lineup for the last 3 years. It's been a hell of a ride. It was very fortunate for us to have, with this lineup, lots of live shows and touring before the pandemic.
Yeah.
And that brought us together even more, and we had developed this great chemistry that I think is very valuable as a band to have. So it's been great. It's very exciting, and looking forward for everything that is to come.
Good. Do you think it was important that this new lineup was able to play a lot before recording a new album, so you could really kind of get a feel for each other and what you all bring musically before, instead of going straight into the studio to record a new album?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I believe that that's where the band becomes one. It's on stage, and where you have also a lot of days where you're together, you are traveling, you know each other. So, of course, it's easier to be able to bring out ideas and be in the studio and have this chemistry, as I mentioned, when a new album is at hand.
I think this is the reason also that that the new album came out quite naturally. I mean, the compositions, the recordings, wasn't really something. We struggled with many stuff and many difficulties, but it came out really naturally through the four of us.
Yeah, you can tell when listening to these new songs that it sounds like a unit. You know, it's four people very much united in one goal to create this music.
We really wanted that because we also in our discussions before we started bringing the album together, we really wanted, when you listen to the album, to listen a group of people playing. You know, sometimes I hear records that I can probably I hear two people playing, and the rest are on the side. And we really wanted that organic feeling. This is why we cooperated very much in the composition and the recordings and everything. We were all present for the whole time.
Good, good. Were you able to? Sorry, I'll rephrase that. How long ago did you record this album? Because obviously there's been the pandemic and that kind of thing has stopped people from releasing the album.
We finished the recordings right after the first lockdown.
Oh, okay, cool. So
after that it was it was mostly mixing, rearranging stuff. You know, we took our time after some point because we saw that it was not a good timing for music. So we just you know, put some things here and there. But the recordings were finished right before the day before the first pandemic, to be honest. More punctual. Yeah,
but the fortunate thing, this whole chaos came, was that we had some time to revisit the songs, to refine things, to pay more attention, and take our time to make it as much as possible to the place that we wanted it to be. So it was a good thing to have this time to work on it.
Yeah, there you go. The lockdown has some positives.
Some.
As for the artwork,
take the liabilities and use it to your advantage. That's all we could do.
As for the artwork is stunning. Really, really, like kind of visceral in a way. You know, it's pretty brutal without being cartoonish, like Cannibal Corpse, for example. How satisfied are you with this artwork? Do you feel it's an accurate representation of the music?
I think, yeah.
Yes, it is. We had.
I mean, definitely, not like definitely, yeah.
There was this concept in mind after the title, like Colosseum. We wanted to have this feeling in the artwork, but in a more modern and darker way, let's say. You can see this obscure figure in the center. Could be female, could be male, it could be demonic, and then the people being eaten by the lions around her or it. So it's definitely what the title says, but not in a cartoonish way or in a realistic way, but in this more obscure and dark way.
Like an elegant violence, you know.
There you go. There's your next album title.
Yeah.
No, it's a different one.
Oh, okay. I'll shut up then.
But there's a song like it.
It could be a song title, yeah.
There you go. There you go. I'm intrigued now to talk about a next album. How far along are you with that one?
Too soon.
I tried.
Okay.
You've also got some shows coming up soon. You'll be supporting Flesh God Apocalypse and Omnium Gatherum for a few shows. I looked up the tour dates yesterday. I was pissed off that you weren't going to be in the UK, but oh well. So you are.
I don't know if we're expecting some dates.
Yeah.
Some more dates for 2022, and I know that these dates should be passing through the UK, but until we get the message from the agency, actually there's nothing to tell. Okay. So we can do is fingers crossed and hope.
Okay.
Because just 5 or 6 dates at the moment are clearly not enough for us.
Yeah, this was it. The only dates I saw that you were on were in Italy and Germany, I think.
Yeah.
And there were 2 bands, like other than the main 2, that were confirmed to the UK. So hopefully I'm wrong again, and you will be in the UK, because you know, hearing these songs, I must be honest, this is my introduction to W.E.B, and hearing these ones Dominus and African came out, I was like, oh, I have to check out all the old albums now. This is really, really good. So yeah, I was disappointed when I didn't see your name in the UK dates, but hopefully, like you say, you will be here eventually.
Yeah, we will.
Sooner or later, we will be back in the UK, and hopefully we'll meet you in person too.
Yeah. You'll see that I'm just as clumsy and stupid in person as I am on the internet.
Oh, you're not. You're not.
Oh, you. So with that being said, like you say, some things are still in discussion and that kind of thing. Do you have more shows confirmed for the next year?
Not yet. I mean, when shows are confirmed, it's not too much time until we announce them. So we're just waiting.
Yeah, hopefully in spring, because next fall is a year from now, so we want something a lot sooner, and possibly some festivals in the summer. So we're working on that.
Good. No, I hope so, because in going through all these albums and discovering this legacy that the band has created over time, I was like, this band should be bigger. This should be more well known. So hopefully.
That's great to hear.
No, you're very welcome.
Thanks.
It's great extreme music. It's my kind of extreme because it's intelligently crafted. There's got real thought behind it, and that's what makes a good extreme metal record, in my opinion. Anyway, I'll remove my lips from your ass now, and this time you signed with Metal Blade for this album. How did this collaboration come to be? Obviously, Metal Blade are one of the biggest labels in metal music, so it's great to have W.E.B on there finally. So how did this partnership come about?
It was very fortunate for us to have this opportunity. Like you said, it's a major label, and we have all these awesome albums that came from this label that actually defined this genre. So it's a great honor for us to be part of the artist roster, and we couldn't be more happy with the whole collaboration and everything that has happened so far. And
they really do what a label should be doing for their artists.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. They're doing everything that would be expected or maybe unexpected from a label to their artist.
Good. That's good to hear. Yeah, it's what you deserve.
It's a perfect collaboration.
Good.
So we're very happy.
Excellent. And once you're happy,
we intend to return what is given.
Good. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to speak to me again tonight. I really do appreciate it. Especially, I know it's pretty late over there in Greece. It's like 10:30 or something now. So
it's not that late.
No. You don't go out till midnight anyway.
Yeah.
Well, it's a work night, so.
Yeah. Okay. I'll try again. Sasi Faristopoli, Kalinikta, and thank you very much. I'll speak to you soon.